I'd like to show you an easy way to create NFT collections that consist of artwork containing 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 or more images. You may have seen collections like these. This is a popular one in the Cardano network called SpaceBuds. You can see here that each image is unique. They have special characters. Each character sometimes has an accessory. They have specific traits. There's specific colors around them. And there's 10,000 of these. Let's look at another popular one called Bored Ape Yacht Club. Again, you can see each of these is unique. They have special traits, colors, and this one also consists of a 10,000 NFT collection. So let's examine how these are created. Step number one involves creating the artwork. It all starts in Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, or some software that the artist chooses to use that helps them put an image together through the process of layering. And that really is the key. Putting these images together through layers is what enables someone to create a collection that can have variety and uniqueness to it. So once you've created the artwork and you have multiple layers, you might have, for example, multiple traits within a layer. So you might have different types of eyes, different hairstyles, different outfits. Each of those will help you generate unique characteristics within that image. And then once you have all of those, you would export those layers as PNG files usually, or some other image format, but PNG is the most popular one. Then you would move on to step 2. Now step 2 involves a process of taking those layers and creating multiple images from them, usually in the thousands. Usually this is done through some algorithm or some program where you feed in the layers into a system and it just outputs a whole bunch of unique images. And of course, if you have 10,000 images that you intend to create, you need to make sure that there aren't any duplicates and that you get the right metadata, because the metadata is the important component when you decide to actually take that image and make it an NFT on the blockchain. So now once you have all that data from step 2, you would take it to step 3, which is minting the collection. Now minting the collection involves selling it or minting it on a specific blockchain, usually through smart contracts, or on Cardano, those are actually native assets. You would take those images and together with the metadata, it would mint that NFT that has a link to the image and the metadata information. Now, as a developer, I've actually found that step number 2 is where most creators struggle the most. It actually takes a lot of time to come up with a 10,000 NFT collection, just because it takes time to make sure that you have the rarities just right, the attributes, that your collection has a lot of variety, and of course also getting all the metadata right with each of those images is very important because you might not actually be able to mint an NFT if you get any of that wrong. So I want to show you a very easy way to generate this collection without any code whatsoever. Let me open up nftpal.io. So I've gone here to nftpal.io. I've already logged in. I'm going to click on projects, and by default, if you don't have any projects, it creates one for you. I'm going to name this project the Doggy Project. And you can see by default it's given me a layer 0 that's highlighted. I'm going to change this to, I'm going to call this layer background, and I'm also going to create a few other layers. So I got the background. I'm going to create a body layer, an eyes layer, a mouth, and then let's just go with an outfit. Now, when I click on background, you can see here I actually have some images that I'm gonna use as for my collection. I'm gonna take a bunch of these images and just drop them into this drop zone over here within the layer. And you can see I've imported these images into my background layer. I'm going to do the same with the rest of the images. So when I click on body, I'm just going to drag these in. For the eyes, I'm going to drag the eyes. Just bear with me. And then mouths. And then finally the outfit. I'm going to drag this in. Okay, so now I have all of my images and they're all in the correct layers within this collection. One thing you'll notice is actually if you can grab this handle over here and you can move layers around. Like you can see I've moved the background down here and you can see that the preview image is showing you that something doesn't look quite right. So let me move this back up. You'll notice that the top layer here is the first layer of the preview image, and then everything below that gets stacked on top of it. So if I put the outfit, for example, above the body, you can see that it's kind of behind the body right now. So I'm going to put it back to where it was. And there you go. And if you want to shuffle the preview, you can click on this little button over here. It shows you some different combinations based on how you've set things up. Okay, so now that we have all of this, I'm going to click on, let me click on one of the background images. You can see this one is called blue. It defaults to the file name that you had, so it's best to actually have file names that have the attributes named correctly. Otherwise, you can just change it over here. You can just call this blue background. Now below this you see something called weight. It's set to 25. By default, if you look here, you see it says 25, 25, 25. That's showing you what the rarity weight is for that attribute within that layer. And that basically determines how often or how rare that attribute is going to be within the layer when the collection is generated. So if I crank this, let's say I wanted this blue to be very popular, I would just crank this up to, let's say, 48. And then let's say for red, I don't want red to show as much, so I'm going to put that down to to 10. And you can go within each of these other ones. Let's say within the body, this cheetah one, maybe I want this one to be a little bit rare too. I can kind of just put that down a little bit. Yeah, maybe 12. Close that. Okay, so I'm happy with this. Now when I click on collection preview, you can see that it's generated 100 NFTs for me. Just going back here, you can see that I've set this to 100. Now when I go into the preview, it shows you exactly all the matching it's done. On the left hand side, this is like a filtering view. Like you can see each of your layers, the background, body, eyes, mouth, outfit. Over here there's a number, it says 32. So what it's telling you is that there's 32 blue backgrounds that have been generated. And it's kind of showing you how many of each item have been generated in your collection. Now if you wanted to actually filter these, I want to see all the blue backgrounds that have been generated. You can click on this and you can see now it's highlighted in pink and it's showing you there's 32 blue backgrounds, and it shows you the actual number of the NFT that has this blue background. Now let's say I wanted to filter this out even more. I want to see all the blue ones and the cheetah body. Now you can see it's filtered it down even more, and you can see that the number here has changed to 5 and 5. If you click on one of these, it shows you the attributes associated with this NFT. You can see it has a blue background, it has the cheetah, it has green eyes, the grill mouth, and a black tank top. And you can actually filter things way down like this. You can see now there's just one NFT that has these specific attributes. So I think once you decide that you're happy with your collection, you can actually go here to download. Now right now, if one thing I wanted to show you is if you click on this, it has a setting for your projects. it shows you what the image width is. So let's say you want your images to be, let's say, you can crank it up to 3000. I think the maximum is 5000. I'm gonna have these images just be 1000 by 1000. I want the prefix of these to say doggy, and that's the symbol of your NFT. I'm gonna show you that in a second. The blockchain for now, we've set it to Cardano. You can set it to Ethereum or Solana, but I've set this to Cardano right now, and I'm going to give this project a description. I'm going to say, this is my first NFT doggy collection. Let me go back to the preview. I wanted to show you something. The fact that we changed the NFT symbol or the NFT name, you can see now it says doggy001, doggy002. If you change this, you can call this is just what your NFT name is going to be on the blockchain. I could call this dog, like that too. Now, if you have other things that are common to your NFT, like you might want to put in your website. The website is http doggy.com. You can add like a Twitter thing. My Twitter site is this. And these attributes are common to all the NFTs. I'll just put doggy here. And once you're ready to actually, so you can see all of your NFTs, you can filter, you can check exactly all the traits for each NFT. And I wanted to show you something actually quite interesting. If you recall, we had the blue background cranked up to, I can't remember what I set it to. This was set to 48, the strength out of 50. And if you look at the preview collection, you can see the blue background, actually there's 32 of these, and then all the rest kind of hover around the same amounts. Like this is dark red, gray, green, orange. They're kind of like around 9, 10 to 14, but blue background is like all the way up to 32 images have been generated because we cranked up the rarity on that, the rarity strength or weight. And once you're happy with all that, you can click on download collection. Now we have some popular ones for Cardano because I've set the blockchain to Cardano. You can choose the minting platform. You can choose NFT Maker. Tango Crypto is also a really good one. If you have your own developer, you can just click on standard and it'll create the metadata just right, so your developer can take it and actually just upload it to the images to IPFS. If you don't understand that, it's okay. You can talk to your developer about that. But Tango Crypto and NFT Maker are pretty straightforward. You would just get a package. Actually, let me show it to you. So when I'm click on NFT Maker, I'm going to say continue. I'm going to go to checkout, and then I'm going to say begin generation. And what it's doing now is it's actually uploading the source images to our cloud, and all the heavy lifting and processing happens on our servers. And this should just take a little bit of time. You can see it's generating the full resolution images. And after it's done generating the full resolution images, you will have the option of downloading them. And as you can see, it's finished generating the images. There's a little video on how to upload your collection to NFT Maker Pro. You can see the images here. There's a metadata zip file. Let me just download this one, and I'll download the metadata zip files. This is the package that you receive from nftpal.io. You get all your source images, all your metadata images, so you can keep them, you own them, and you can take it to any minting platform of your choice. And let me just show you quickly what's been generated. I'm going to show this in Finder. So you can see your images here. You can see all 100 images are right here. And these ones are the full resolution images. And the metadata as well should be here. Did I download the metadata? Okay, got the metadata here too. And this is what the metadata files look like. If I open this up, it has all the correct metadata for you to upload to NFT Maker in this case, depending on what platform you chose as your minting platform. And that's pretty much it. It's as simple as that. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Follow us on Discord. Follow us on Twitter. Join our Discord server. If you need support, you're definitely welcome to talk to us. And we hope to see you soon on NFTPal. Thank you.